everyone, my name is Jenna, but you guys can call me Jen. Welcome back to my channel, or welcome if you're new. Hi, hello. Welcome to the start of another weekend vlog. It's Saturday. I'm up, and it's almost 2. I'm just, having a really chill day. I have 0 plans for today. I do at some point need to go get groceries, but I'm pushing that off because I really don't want to leave my place. It is cold as balls today. It is minus 23 before the wind chill. Let's find out what it is with the wind chill. And for you Americans out there, I don't know what it is in freedom units. This is Celsius. Feels like minus 29. Oh, that sucks. So at some point I have to go get groceries because I'm out of milk. Oh, I'm out of milk and I'm making a coffee? What the fuck am I doing? But you know what I'll make instead? I'll make a tea. Who'll make a tea instead? Apologies for the sound of my kettle in the background. But today no plans other than eventually going to get groceries. And tomorrow I have a little hour interlude in the middle of the day. I'm gonna go find my bridesmaid dress for my friend Cass's wedding. I'm excited. I did have a really terrible dream about it last night though, because of course the anxiety in my brain is going a little crazy about it because I am such a big person. I know it's gonna be fine and they're gonna have my size to try on. And if they don't, it'll be close because they have a million different things. And they have, they had my friend's size to try on, which is not like a straight size. She's a size 14, 16, 18, depending on the dress. I'm, I think, a size 24, 26. So fingers crossed they have something that I can try on in store just so I can, get a nice dress for the wedding. That's the plan anyways. But yeah, that's tomorrow. But yeah, the dream was a little insane. It was a little insane and incredibly mean to me. So love my brain for that. That's tomorrow. Other than that, I get nothing, not a thing, which we love. I'm gonna be reading, I guess. Mad Ship, I'm halfway through. Mad Ship by Robin Hobb. I am halfway through reading that bad boy. This one right here. Halfway, yay. And I'm also still reading The Principal Moments, which I really should catch up because I think Allie is ahead of me now. So gotta catch up on this. I'm over halfway through it though. So get back into this one. I should really get back into this one. Anyways, that's the plan. That's the plan of attack. And if I want to read anything else, I do have a couple books from Libby that the audiobooks are running out on. I believe one of them is a nonfiction that I have on my Kobo. Let This Radicalize You. I do have the audiobook for this one on Libby. So we'll see. We'll see what I end up powering through this weekend. Should also do some writing. That is an ever present always. But that's what's going on. That's what's happening. It's gonna be a very chill weekend. And I'm excited about it. It's kind of a weird day because on TikTok, everyone is just being sad because TikTok's leaving for the Americans. If you are from TikTok and you've come over to here because I said, hey, go follow me on other things. Hi, welcome. Thank you for being here. The book community thrives anywhere it is. I'm making myself a tea with some honey. Other than that, what do I have to update you on? If you saw my last vlog, you'll know that I applied for a kitty and to adopt a baby, which is very fun and exciting because this past week, I got to talk to one of the people from the rescue and do like a virtual home inspection type of thing, questionnaire. All my friends are like, it took how long? That's a red flag. And I was like, honestly, it took 2 and a bit hours because the girl had a lot of insight to give me because I'm first time cat parent, So that went through. I've been approved to adopt the baby that I applied for. Just need to meet her now. So just waiting for the foster to connect with me so that we can set up a day so I can meet the baby, meet the little kitty. We'll see what goes from there. I do have a choice, of course, if the cat doesn't vibe with me, I do have a choice to get a different one or meet other ones. The shelter knows, one of the ladies at the shelter knows all the cats kind of a thing, which is insane because there's 200 at the shelter or at the rescue. So we'll see how that goes, but I'm excited. I'll probably have to meet her sometime next week, Wednesday maybe. No, I'll have to see, but I get to meet the baby. She's such a cutie patootie little cat. She's a little calico and she's got polydactyl thumbs on all 4 feet. I want to meet her so bad. I hope she loves me. And fun fact, right after that home visit thing, I was in my kitchen and I broke my stovetop because the universe was like, you're not going to be spending enough money in the next couple months. You have to spend more money to fix your stove now, which is a new stove that I got put in less than a year ago last summer. So I shattered it. like a dumbass, shattered the top. I'm very mad at myself about it because it was a very easy thing that I could have avoided. It was my phone. I had it in my hand and I was texting the rescue, and I was like heating some stuff up in my microwave. My phone slipped out of my hand and my phone hit the glass cooktop perfectly, shattered like crazy. I honestly thought I had lost my phone. That's how loud the crack was. The phone was unbothered and unfazed. So I just now have to get my stovetop replaced because I have this here to remind myself of this giant crack and like the glass I love it. And now I can't use my stovetop until it's replaced. So I can't make myself pasta. I can't boil any water. It's fine. I have a kettle. Also, I apologize for that sound I just made. That's crazy. Yeah, that's what's new. May have a cat very soon. May have a baby, which is very exciting. It was one of those moments where when I broke my stove and my dad was like, I just called this guy who's like a fix-it-all guy, and he was like, actually, it might just be easier to get a new stove. It might be cheaper because otherwise, like sometimes the parts are more expensive than just getting a new stove. And I was like, David, this was $1,000. I do not have $1,000 for a new stove. So I was having a mini panic moment of like not being able to get a cat now, even though I'm like in this process. But it's fine. We fixed it. It's okay. It's not going to be nearly that much money, thank God. Dad pulled some strings. The guy on his end who he's besties with pulled some strings. Thank fuck, because I don't have that amount of money to spend. Oh. That's what's up, that's what's happening, that's what's new. My lower back still hates me, so I'm gonna set up my heating pad again in its spot, and I'm just gonna chill, maybe do some reading. But yeah, I made my tea, we're great, everything is good. But yeah, welcome to the vlog, guys. I think it's gonna be a very chill one, it's gonna be a good one, so. fucking cold. this your toy? What are you doing over there? Jesus, Mom, I gotta get past your lantern. You did it, Belly. Look at you just sitting there. What are you sitting there for? She got a smug little smile on her face. Look at her. Is it warm there, baby? Hey friends, happy Sunday! It's technically Monday because it's 1 a.m. But we're here, we're thriving, we're having a great time. And I want to pop and say hey! My hair is not having a great time. I'll tell you that. I washed it yesterday and this is already what it looks like. It is so cold outside. And when it's this cold, my hair just like does that. It just does that, which is not fun. But hey. What a day. Oh my god, guys. Found my bridesmaid dress for my friend's wedding, which is so exciting. Tried on a bunch. Mom had a lot of fun. There was also so many people there. It was one of the appointment times where I think everybody was in the store. Everyone. It was a lot. There was a lot of people there. But like our consultant did great in juggling like 3 different parties that she was in charge of. She did so good, and Mom had a great time. She was having a great time. I think it's just a universal thing that, like Allie said to me earlier, the moms just love dress fittings and dress try-ons for some reason. It's just like in their DNA. So yeah, it was a lot of fun. But yes, I found the dress. I found it. If it wasn't clear from the clips earlier, it ended up being the style of that like flowery one with like the floaty sleeve that I'm going with because I like the way that it was cut. It was very comfortable. It's just going to be in like a plum because that's what Cass's colors are. And I ordered it with extra length because I don't know if you could tell in those clips, but every single one of the dresses, you could see my whole foot. If you didn't know how tall I was, I hope those clips showed you. Your girl is very tall. So extra length is incoming. And the lady at the desk said that it should hit me perfectly with the extra length. So that's great to know. And then from there, I went to pick up a pre-order at McNally for Watermoon because it's been sitting there since Tuesday and it's been waiting for me. The baby has been calling my name. It's been waiting for me. And spoiler, I have already finished it. I read it in one sitting. I read it when I got home and I fucking loved it, but I'll talk about it in a second. But yeah, so I went to McNally's, and I had incredible willpower where I was walking around and I was finding books that I really wanted to get. And I was like finding my little brain gremlins like talking me into getting them. And then I was like, but I'm on a book buying ban. I'm on a money saving mission. I am getting a cat. I have to pay for my wisdom teeth removal at some point in time this year. My car insurance is coming up. I have to get a new fucking cooktop for my stove. Like there's all sorts of things that I need to be paying for coming up. And so I was just like going around and I had my library app open on my phone, and any book that I was interested in, I put it on hold at the library, and then I walked out of the bookstore with only the pre-order in my hand. I'm very proud of myself because I have this thing where I cannot go to a bookstore without buying something. And usually if I buy one book, I'm like, well, if I'm buying one, I gotta buy 2. That's the kind of mentality that I have, and I feel so weird going into a bookstore and not buying anything. It feels like it needs to happen, which is a little concerning for the state of my mental health, but it's been like that for many years. I did not buy a thing. I just picked up a pre-order, which is technically free. It's not free. That's just how my brain thinks of it. Did that. Amazing. Then went to Mom and Dad's, which is fun. Mom got Chinese food, which was delicious. And then when I was there, the foster for that kitten I applied for reached out to me and started sending me all sorts of photos of her. And I'm so in love with that little bean. Oh my God. I cannot wait to meet her. And I think I'm going to get to meet her next weekend because the foster works nights and I work during the day. So our schedules literally don't line up until the weekend. So hopefully I can go meet her on like Saturday or Sunday, and then I can decide whether or not she's going to be my kitten. Hopefully she loves me. Hopefully we get on, because in my heart, I really, really deeply want her. She's such a cutie patootie. Oh my God. Anyways, you guys are gonna lose your shit when you see her. Then I came home and I started Water Moon, this gorgeous book by Samantha Soto Yambao. This book is basically a Studio Ghibli movie. It was so good. It was so whimsical and heartwarming, and there was definitely some spooky parts to it too, which like just reminds me so much of a Ghibli movie. Like, you watch a Ghibli movie and there are also elements of horror in those movies. There's just a lot of heart at the core of it, that it doesn't feel like a horror movie. There are just elements of horror in it. And there are definitely moments in here where it gets really fucking creepy, but it's so beautiful. So this follows the story of this girl, Hana, who is the daughter of a pawn shop owner. And this pawn shop is very different from the pawn shops that we know. This is a pawn shop that hides behind the door of a ramen restaurant in a back street in Tokyo. Only the people who need that pawn shop will find it. So when they go in, Hana's father sits them down for tea and like explains to them what he does, and eventually coaxes them essentially into trading a choice from their life. And that choice is always manifested in a physical thing that they carry with them physically around. And he does that by like basically telling them, like, it's relieving them of this choice, this physical thing that they made that is like almost like a regret. It's like heavy and it's pulling them down, and so that they leave from there and they feel much lighter, and they don't remember anything about this pawn shop, but they feel much lighter. But one day, Hana, the day that her father is supposed to be retired and the pawn shop is now hers, she wakes up to find her pawn shop ransacked and her father missing. And then who steps through the door is the very first person who steps through the door, and instead of asking for help and her offering help, he offers help to her. And she ends up pulling him through to her world, because that door she has never walked through that door, that front door, because to her that's walking into our world, and doing that will kill her, she believes. So she pulls him into her world, and literally they go on this beautiful journey through various worlds, and it's like things are just twisted a little bit on their heads, and it's just gorgeous. Like, there's the best way I can describe the way that the worlds are. Like, there's so many different little worlds that they visit, and one of them is her grandma's tea shop that is only open for an hour at midnight. And there's also this little island that is where the stars are born. And so all of these people on this island have different tasks, whether that is painting these hopes and dreams of people, or folding these hopes and dreams of people, or putting them on strings, or making them into kites. And then at night there is a beautiful kite ceremony where all the stars go into the sky, because all the stars are the hopes and dreams of people, which I just think is so beautiful. It's gorgeous. So Hana is pulling Kai through this. He's offered to help her find her father. They are also being chased by these very creepy monsters that are like the controllers of Hana's world. And so it's so whimsical and it's so fun. And it is a little like, the only way I can describe it is if it's like, it dabbles in time, because we have like the now timeline, and then every so often we'll like bop backwards a day, or bop backwards like a month, or whatever. And it's usually to explain something that's happened. So like right off the top, we open up with Hana opening the pawn shop to find ruins. And then the next chapter bops backwards to the previous day when her father and her are getting their last customer, or it's the day before, where Toshio, her father, Ishikawa Toshio, gets his final client, the last person for him that walks through the door of the pawn shop before he retires, right? So it kind of then shows you that last day and also their process with the client and what that means and all this kind of stuff. And then it goes back to Hana's time, and like it kind of bops around a little bit and explains different things. And it was just so beautiful. It was so beautiful. I annotated this like crazy, and it's just, I really enjoyed it. I really enjoyed it. I'm gonna have to let it sit to figure out a rating tomorrow like I usually do, but this was just beautiful. And what's really cool about it is that I opened it up, besides it being absolutely stunning on the inside, this is on the inside of the dust jacket. And you may say, wow, there's some fun lines with stars. Yes, because it took me a second to realize, but on the inside of the end pages, it has instructions for folding the cover like origami to make a boat. Isn't that cute? So that you could have a boat and an actual still beautiful book. I thought that was pretty. Am I going to do it? Maybe. I'm a little scared of my skills, and I did look at the origami chart in here, and it doesn't actually make sense to me. So I'm gonna probably leave it for now. But I just thought that was kind of a cool little added thing, that there's an origami thing in it. Anyways, I thought this was delightful, and I had a great time reading it, and oh my god, what a time. I have not read anything else this weekend other than another like 30 pages of The Principle of Moments. I am now sitting on page like 333, just about to start chapter 27. I still fucking love this book, and it's still so magical, and it's just so complex and incredible, and I can't wait to keep reading that. It's so great. I don't know if I've talked about Mad Ship in this video, but I'm halfway through this. I'm on chapter 19. I'm not enjoying this one as much as the previous one in this series. It's just not holding me in any way like the first one in the Live Ship Traders did, but that's okay. I just want to get through it so that I can get to book 3 and then get through that, so then I can go back to a Fitz trilogy. Hopefully, like, the second half of this book, like, usually a second half of a Robin Hobb does pick up a little more, so hopefully that picks up a little bit and, like, keeps going. But I think what's really bothering me about that one, it doesn't feel like there's, like, an inciting incident to kick everything off, or, like, a point to the story. It just doesn't feel tangible as to, like, what's going on. It just feels like we're kind of aimless in everyone's lives. So it's dragging a little bit for me, which is unfortunate. So it's definitely my least favorite Hobb that I've read, but that's okay, because there's so many more Hobbs for me to discover. I did also read a little bit more of Let This Radicalize You, and I'm now 15% of the way through that. I struggle so much with nonfiction. I know that book is so important, and it's something that I should like really sink into and care about, but as I'm reading it, I just feel so disconnected from it because it is nonfiction. Like, that is the one thing. I keep telling myself in my head, it's just like the same thought process goes over and over and over. I'm like, it's just nonfiction. It's nonfiction. I don't care about this. Like, which is so dumb, and that like it's so hard for me to read nonfiction because of that. Like, my brain just gets in the way of it. So I'm making my way through it piece by piece. That's reading update. That's life update. Things are pretty great. It's now 1:15. So I'm gonna finish the rest of this piece of cheese and some of these, and then I'm gonna go to bed because it's the start of another week yet again. Do I have anything fun coming up this week? Not during the week, but definitely meeting the kitten this weekend is fun and exciting. So we'll see. We'll see how that goes. Yeah. Happy Sunday, friends. I'll catch up with you tomorrow for Monday. Hello, friends. Happy Monday. Hello. It is now just after 10. I'm settling in with a little yogurt, and half a muffin from Costco. One of those big ass Costco muffins. I eat them in halves because they're very large, and I'm very excited to dive into that. But what's poppin' to say hey and officially close out this vlog. Today was okay. Pretty chill day. I got more photos from the foster of the little kitty, and a little video when she was 4 weeks old. And it was very, very sweet. Very, very sweet. And I'm gonna meet her on Friday, which I'm so excited about. I'm gonna meet her on Friday, so yay. I'm so excited. I love hearing about her, and the foster is telling me little bits about her today, so yay for that. But anyways, yeah, this weekend was great. I got my bridesmaid dress for my friend's wedding and I'm very happy with it. I can't wait to see the final product. Oh my God. I read an entire book. I picked up a pre-order, read that entire book, which is satisfying as all hell, especially because I liked it so much. I have yet to run it through Copile, so I don't know my rating of it, but I really enjoyed it. I don't think it's a new favorite, so it's not gonna be 5 stars, I can tell you that, but I really, really, really enjoyed this, and it was just so magical. It was exactly like watching a Studio Ghibli movie. Tonight, I don't know what I'm gonna read because I'm still doing my January reading challenge. It's still going strong. I'm reading a page a day, at least. There were a couple days there where I only read like 2 pages, but I still did it. So happy for that. But yeah, I might continue either Mad Ship or The Principle of Moments. Those are the 2 books that I have on the go. Or I did contemplate starting Metal from Heaven by August Clark, which is a book that is compared to Gideon the Ninth. It's a standalone, I think. I'm just so interested in it. I've had this on my Kobo for a little while, and I have a hankering to kind of give it a go. So I might start that tonight, depending. But yeah, this is my mood readery vibe. I also didn't even mention in this video, but I tried to read one of my library books, the This Will Be Fun one. I think I got like 33 pages in or something, and I DNF'd it because it was bad. The humor was incredibly try-hard millennial humor. It was not fun. It was not fun, and I wasn't enjoying the audiobook. I just wasn't enjoying it, and I immediately was like, no. So, DNF. First DNF of the year. Woo! Anyways, friends, that was the weekend. Productive, got some reading done, got that dress. Nothing else really went down, but that's okay. Well, I also went to the symphony. I don't even think I said that. On Friday, I went to the WSO, which is the orchestra from where I live. They have an in-concert series, and they were running the original trilogy of Star Wars this winter, and I went to the final one with The Return of the Jedi, and it was fucking great. I went all on my own because I booked it on a Friday, and then the friends that usually go to the symphony with me, because they go to the symphony all the time, and like they were the ones that like brought it to my attention, they booked their tickets on Saturday, and I booked mine on Friday. I was like, so like, you guys going? And Hannah was like, no, we have our tickets for tomorrow. And I was like, fuck. And nobody wanted to go with me. I bought a set of 2 tickets for every single one of the WSO shows that I went to this year. I went to 3, or like this season. I went to Empire Strikes Back, the second Star Wars original trilogy film, episode 4, if you will. 4? 5. Episode 5, right? Brain, episode 5, and then I went to The Princess Bride, and then I went to The Return of the Jedi, episode 6. Every single one, none of my friends came with me to take my extra ticket. You guys are all lame. And I tried to get a date for this last one because I thought maybe that'd be a kind of a fun date, but again, nobody wanted to go. So I went on my own and had a little me date, and it was very fun. I gotta say, although it was really fucking cold because the deep freeze was settling in that night, but that's okay. I went on my own. I'm proud of myself for going on my own. I've never been to a movie on my own, let alone like a symphony orchestra movie, which is like downtown and like scary. But I had a good time. I had a really good time. It was very fun and a very enjoyable movie. One of my faves. I love that original trilogy so much. And then I came home that Friday and immediately watched the first movie, The Phantom Menace, of the next trilogy, or like episode 1. I watched episode 1, The Phantom Menace, which I have watched only half of previously. Now I just have to keep going with that trilogy, because that was a really enjoyable movie. But I gotta say, total side tangent, if you don't care about Star Wars, you can probably just click off this video now, because it's gonna be done anyways. The original trilogy has such a magic to it because of all the practical effects in it. Like all the aliens, all of these different things are all practical effects. There's very little CGI in the actual makeup of like Jabba the Hutt or anything like that. But as soon as you get to The Phantom Menace, a lot of the aliens no longer are like physical things, and you can tell, and it sucks. It makes me like, as soon as I started watching The Phantom Menace and saw all of these CGI like aliens, I was like, oh, okay. Like, Jar Jar Binks is CGI. Why didn't they make him at least like an actual person, like practical effects? Practical effects are so fun. They just, I don't know. The original trilogy has just such a shiny vibe to it. But I'm committed to watching a lot more Star Wars content because I really enjoy Star Wars now. And I'm almost committed to starting to read the books, but I have no idea even where to start. There's too many. So if any of you have recommendations for where to start reading the Star Wars books, put them in down below. I really like the Luke Skywalker starting spot for the movies. So if that's any indication of where I should start for the books, let me know. Because like I low-key just want to like find the books that were like set at the exact time as the original trilogy, or like are retellings of the, or not retellings, but like a fleshed out book version of the movie of the original trilogy. I don't know what I'm saying anymore. But as a reader, I'm just like, I want to get all the lore. So I'm excited. I think once I'm done this trilogy, episode 1, 2, and 3, I think what I'm going to do next is watch The Mandalorian. I'm trying to do it in some kind of an order that they've stated online, but we'll see. We'll see how that goes. But I want to watch like some like more updated stuff as well. And then I want to watch like Rogue One. I want to watch the Solo movie. That looks really good. Don't tell me if it's not, because it looked really good from the trailer. The other night when I got home from the symphony and as I was like watching The Phantom Menace, I went through Disney Plus's like catalog of Disney stuff. They have, which is amazing, they have an order on Disney Plus. I think it's the chronological order. They have a chronological order, and then they have release order, or like, I don't know, they have like a playlist in their Star Wars page of like 2 different orders you can watch them in, which is amazing. So I like went through the order that you're supposed to watch all of the stuff, and I was looking at like the trailers for things. And a lot of the content like looks pretty good. So I'm excited about that. I have heard that the latest trilogy is dog shit. So I'm ready to watch some dog shit Star Wars. But anyways, that's my update on Star Wars. I had a great time at the symphony. That is the wrap up of that. Anyways, friends, I've been now talking for so long. I gotta finish that in this vlog and put it up for you guys. But yeah, let me know how you guys are doing. What are you currently reading? Let me know in the comments. I love you all very deeply, and I'll catch you in another video very soon. Stay kind and keep on reading.